with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so
we find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Well, this defense for the Cards, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Hunter Henry brings it in. Pick up a Patriots 1st down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. And they run with Harris off the option. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little, but didn't break, only giving. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you're doing now is you're putting the hands of the opponents. We can't really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Throwing on first down. Fry got his man. It's Thornton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
An option handoff given to Harris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on second down. Fry. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So problems with Eric passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there for New England. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke round. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try from 28 yards out. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Murray going to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Gay's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Keontae Ingram, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gaines. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ingram is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Ingram again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Murray now, 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Gaines. He's up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He finds his target, Beckham. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, Fry. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Fry. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head up.
Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And a route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown. It's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He sees Fuller on the out route, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On fourth down, Fry. He's got Fuller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. They'll start out here with the action left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the...
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Murray now to throw. And this one's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man downfield. It's Ross. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for New England. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd down. Fry. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you're talking about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Murray.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Pats will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's taken in at the 9. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. We have played 3 quarters. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ingram again. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. Able to get this one to McBride. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fry. First target, first catch at a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's complete to Fuller. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw again. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. He finds his man, complete. It's Fuller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 33. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On 1st and 10, Fry. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, and field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Murray, he's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Pats at the line ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris, 94 yards. And the Patriots are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. That will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Back to throw it, Murray. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Gay is up and good. Up to 26. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were